Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nova Sex Talk.
And MaximusBlack.
And we are bringing you another normal game sent in by the fans. Wait, somebody requested me to change up this thing. So, we're casting another game, motherfuckers. Get on that tip. Hit us up with them replays. Bitch! Mr. MaximusBlack.
I like that. Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of giving zero fucks.
Fuck! Jesus, I'm actually
You
fucking
gave
up.
a fuck!
I know, shit!
You ruined the whole thing already!
Alright, wait. Let me redo that then.
Okay.
Just...
Oh, okay, no, that makes sense. See, now you brought it back.
You see that? You see what
Zero fucks.
Yeah, I didn't give
No,
a
see, alright, now you gave, and now you don't.
And fuck, I'm clicking right now. There you go. Okay.
Hey,
Cool.
it worked.
It worked.
Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, we are looking at Legend of M, because his name is too damn long and he's changed it.
LegendOfMan.
Yep. And up here in the top left-hand corner, Amanda, I believe we've casted before, and we did a noise based on him, because we did Sephiroth's theme, but with an F.
I don't know.
Sephiroth! Sephiroth! Yeah,
I actually think it
before.
was a different Sephiroth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be possible.
It doesn't look the same.
Either way.
I've actually never seen a ... on a name before.
That's when you know you've gone too far with your name.
Well, the thing
Literally,
is that
gone too far.
it's the clan tags that make you,
Yep.
make
Yep.
it run out of the room.
Yeah, well, first world problems.
Yeah. We've got what? PVT.
PVT here on Belshire Vestige. Hey, well, it's too late because there's new maps now.
There is new maps.
And so I'm gonna be screwed anyway.
I've played so little Starcraft, dude. I'm starting to even forget the names of half the maps I originally played on.
Yeah, well, welcome to the club. You know what I wish they would do better? These little custom icons, because I feel like they're like half-assed in the game.
I don't think anybody even uses these. You know what? I don't look at these when I'm in someone's base and go, "Ooh, what kind of icon does he have?"
No, but it's for your own good, right? It's like for you. It's not for somebody else.
I got a skull. Was this like Blizzard's like?
This is their customization.
Shot at their, yeah, was this like, oh, you know what? League of Legends is owning us so badly in every conceivable way that we're gonna try and create some sort of customizable.
Well, not just League, like Dota. Well, Dota's even beating League in terms of customization.
They're on a whole nother level. But I mean, this was Blizzard's.
There's some stuff Blizzard can do. They could introduce skins that you could buy.
I would love to see Blizzard come out with some skins. Because I would buy me some skins.
Sure. I mean, they have technically stuff you can unlock. Like, for instance, remember a while ago we found out about the Zergling with bigger wings thing. And the Overlords with slightly different...
I'm pretty sure you only can unlock one of those at a time, so you have to pick, like, which one you want to
have. Oh, well, that's bad, and they should feel bad then.
Yeah. And it's like, everybody has the same shit.
There's no reason why Blizzard shouldn't have an item shop in StarCraft at this point, because for things like skins,
they can make money.
Anything else, there's money, and people
want
that
stuff. Shit. It keeps people engaged.
Like
we want that. Like, give me something. I don't want to just turn on Battle.net and hit the find match button and hope and pray that I'm not going up against a Zerg.
But Jeff, it's not about the game that you want. It's about the game that Blizzard wants to make.
Well.
Which I can't hate, because really that's what we're doing with the StarCraft channel.
Yeah. Well, we're doing something that we want with their game, so I guess it works both ways.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, I love StarCraft, but there's something about, there's just a difference between Brood War and StarCraft 2.
I haven't quite put my finger on it yet.
I haven't either. But I think it's a lot
and
of it.
And it's not nostalgia either for me.
No, I think it's a little bit of that for me, but I think some of it is the fact that just Battle.net in itself just isn't as interactive. It just isn't. I don't know. But I don't want to make this video about shitting on Battle.net, because we've been dealing with this since day one of StarCraft 2.
I mean, that just came out of nowhere because nothing was happening in the game.
Yes, exactly. But hey, we still love this game.
Absolutely.
I just don't like Battle.net.
Legend of Man, unfortunately, not doing anything with that Reaper. Mostly because this map is large, and he didn't proxy it. So that Reaper just ran a marathon twice over for absolutely nothing. He got the shields down on that gateway and then ran.
Yeah, Reaper hits at 410. It's pretty standard for an expanding Terran. Can pretty much almost guarantee that a Terran will do it, especially if they do not do an SCV scout by around the 4-minute mark. If you don't see an SCV scout,
you know something's up.
You know that they're going to need scouting information, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to be through the Reaper. Very rarely, at least, this is a diamond level game, but very rarely at my level which is like High Masters, do I see an SCV and a Reaper. It's usually one or the other. So that's very standard. And this guy, Sefirofe, is doing pretty standard-ass shit. Doing exactly what I said there the last Sex Talk game, I do believe, or where I said, go get the gateway, Nexus, immediate Robo. Add 2 more gates. He hasn't added to 2 more gates yet. The reason why you get the Robo is because Widow Mines are a thing in Heart of the Swarm. It's just the way it is.
The Widow Mines have definitely changed drastically the landscape of every matchup, you know, with Terran, which sounds obvious because it's a new unit in the composition, but more so than a lot of the other units, the new units from other races.
Yep.
Like the Widow Mine has drastically changed how everything works between those matchups. Right now, it looks like Sefirofe is more than happy to have his expansion. He's got that forward pylon always on the ready, always ready to go. Down here, it looks like LegendOfMan is basically doing the same kind of gig. He's got himself now situated with 2 going on 3 command centers because why not expand twice?
All the way greedy right now, and with no information at this point. This
brave. Or stupid.
This is pretty brave. This is really greedy, and he's really banking on the fact that Sefirofe does not make some sort of timing attack at around like the 9-minute mark.
Which, with a Robo Bay coming up, it's not going to happen. However, it could have.
Yeah, I mean, he is there. There will be. I like
Isn't
the
there
fact
like an 11-minute Colossus hit.
Oh yeah, you can get a Colossus out before 11 minutes, but it's the timing. The timing for Protoss right now. Legend is doing the right move. That's what I'm trying to say here. He's going up, he's poking, he's applying pressure up at the Protoss base. He doesn't want the Protoss to then just go, okay, I'm going to push down and have an attack and have the action happening down here. This attack, really, he doesn't... Oh, he's losing quite a bit of Marines here, which this might actually entice him to make a small push here once the Colossus gets out. But I like the fact that he is putting the pressure here and allowing himself to get up this expand and work down here in macro. If not, if you wait too long, Protoss goes, well, I don't want Terran macroing up, getting out those 3 bases, so I'm going to go and do a push myself. There is a Colossus coming out here. That should be out here around the 10-minute mark, and we may see a push after the 1 Colossus just because of the amount of damage that he did on that attack. If not, I usually like to wait till I get about 2-3 Colossus before I try and make a push because, you know, 1 Colossus, especially with no scouting information, I mean, it's very risky.
In this case, he would be okay because there aren't really any Marauders on the field right now, so it wouldn't be the end of the world for him to make that push. However, like you said, without any scouting information, for all he knows, LegendOfMan could be rolling deep with the Marauders, therefore pretty much rendering that single thing useless. But there's that observer, so now he knows what's up. He's going to see the army.
So he's going to wait before making that push. He's going to get out a second Colossus now, double forging up, going to get that armor and weapon upgrades, which is always good. And that's probably when he'll do his timing attack. He'll get the 3rd Colossus out, and then he'll have +1, and he'll push. Looks like he's also going to be getting charged here very shortly. Still only sitting on 3 gates, which is okay, but I'd like to see him put down some more gates.
5 on 2 base with the Robo?
Oh, you can pump out even more than that. I go right up to like 6-7 gates, even with the Robo, no problem. Because for one, you're going to be able to spend the money, and not only that, you're going to want to go into a 3rd base as well. And there it is. He's going to chuck down 3 more gates. He's going to have 6 in total. He's got double pump and upgrades. This is really good for his economy. He doesn't want to get too, you know, overzealous with production and stuff like that, and then not actually have any money to make units. Here comes a push here around the 11:30 mark for LegendOfMan, and this is not a very scary attack anymore. 2 Colossus are out. Got a lot of energy on those sentries. Got that mothership core with full energy. That means he has enough for 2 photon overcharges. So if at any point he feels like he's getting overran, he can just sort of push back in behind the Nexus. He's got a nice little wall here so that he can't really get at the Nexus or at these forges the way he would like to, even though I'm not a big fan of this forge placement to begin with. But I'm liking everything he's got going here. He's very, very safe against any attack. Speaking of attack, we get a drop.
Oh, as always, with Terran, you know, it's not a bad idea ever to split like this. However, it will be bad if he were to leave the base and just run over the remaining forces. It's that trade-off of how many units do I want to drop in and how many do I want to keep at the main force. This might have been too many units. He put up pretty much half. all the way up here, and he lost quite a number of them. Now he's going to go in here and go for this Nexus.
It's going to be close.
And I don't think he's going to
I think he's going to lose it. Yeah, he's going to lose that Nexus. And that is a huge victory for Legend of Man, and that was a great split push there. Terran just cannot beat this Protoss Death Ball at this time without being able to do those split attacks. Yep. This is why Terran got medevac boost. This is why Blizzard wanted them to be able to do these things, because before it was a little overpowered for Protoss. They were just crippling Terran armies. If you had any sense of macro whatsoever, your army just overran them. As soon as you got AoE out, that was it. And it was sort of a struggle at the 10-minute mark. Is Terran going to be able to hit you before you get High Temps or Colossus out? If not, Terran's going to die. If so, you're going to get overran and die. And I like the fact that Terran now, as much as I hate medevac boost, it really adds another dynamic to the game and forces Protoss to make tough decisions, kind of like what we saw back there where he took an entire army when only he needed that mothership core with a photon overcharge and a handful of stalkers to hold that. And here comes that counterattack now from Sefirofe.
Yep, absolutely. He definitely saw that he did a lot of damage with that. He still has to be careful here. He has to be good with these force field placements because there are a large number of Marauders in that group. He will be able to get overrun here if he's allowed to stim up in range, but he's not even very good about this. Nice time warp, nice force fields, getting a lot of everything out of the army that he has down here, because really, if he had just gone in and one-on-one, he would have pretty much gotten melted here, so good on Sephiroth with those force fields. For sure, he's going to be able to clean this up, but with the reinforcements and stuff, he might not be able to be here forever. He might just want to go home and save these Colossus for round 2. Yeah,
he needs to move these Colossus back, warp in some Stalkers, which is what he has here. He really doesn't want to lose any of these Colossus to a Viking.
To a single Viking,
I mean, he's getting... This is pure greed, you know? He needs to back off right now. Even coming in here with these units and stimming in, he's going to lose Colossus for no reason. Now he's going to come back up here with a few Stalkers, going to pick off this Viking. But this army is still scary, and there's the stim there. Quickly picks off 2 of those Colossus, and just like that, he loses the meat of his army, and he's instantly muling up, going to try and repair this command center. If that goes down, that would be huge for Sephiroth, but it is not. He is repairing, and it looks like Legend of Man is going to hold here. He is getting down his 3rd as well. That Colossus is going to be forced to retreat, and I think Sephiroth just really overstayed his welcome.
Now, I don't want to say it was greed, but it was greed.
Oh, it was.
That was 100% greed, and he... Oh, my goodness. I would have been ballsy enough to lift up, like, pick up those Marauders and just take him across to avoid the ramp and just kill that Colossus. Just be a man.
Just be a man.
Man mode that shit and do it and get her done. Trade that stuff.
So let's take a look at what actually happened there. We've got 23 SCVs in total now for Legend of Man, but he's on 3 base.
He's got mules for days.
One of them isn't really a mining basis, but 3 orbital commands is going to be mules for days, just like what Adam said. I give the 1 up on Sephiroth for sure, just because he did a lot of damage. He kept a Colossus alive, but unfortunately, he doesn't have his 3rd up. And these minerals are going to run out very, very shortly. Obviously, not as quick as the Terran, because the mules will eat those up very, very quickly. But the fact that he didn't get a 3rd really scares me. And if he didn't get a 3rd, and it was going to make it a 2 base, then at least could have had +2 going or something to further himself here, or made a switch into get charge lots to clean things up or something like that. I feel like he went all in with that, but he's still gonna push again on another 2 base.
I feel like that at that point in which it turned into greed, where he kept the 3 Colossus there and he was trying to get rid of that command center, if he had just backed off and then went into a 3rd, that he would have been far better in a position that he could have come back for another attack sooner and with a larger army and with more security, because now here we are going back down with a half-assed friggin' Colossus, a 2nd one on the way, with a lot of Vikings now on the field, a good Marauder count, and +2 going down now, I think, on the attack for the Terran. So
this is an all-in.
This is not going to work. I think Legend of Man is going to be able to clean this pretty easy. There's not even any sentries in this army right now. There's no split to keep the stemmed army away from those Colossus, and he's still not bringing in anybody. He's got 1 there now, maybe.
Well, the only saving grace that he has right now is the fact that he's getting charge. He needs to wait for charge to finish here. He does have 3 Colossus. He has 1 more on the way. If he waits for a 4th, he might be able to actually break this. But if he's going to push in now without charge even being done, this is still going to be extremely risky. It's going to boil down to unit control here from Legend of Man, and those Vikings quickly focus firing on those Colossus. 2 Colossus down. He's getting overran, and he's actually going to throw it to GG already.
Wow.
Interesting. Said, wait, never mind.
Yeah, no, you're okay, dude. Just take those Vikings. Never mind.
I'm very, very...
What?
Wow.
Really?
Wow, he actually just pushed in and won.
Wow.
I think that was really, really poor unit control there from Legend.
That's the only reason he lost that was he had the Viking count still to get rid of that last Colossus, and if he had done it right away, then he cleans up the rest of that army.
Not only that, he has 1,800 minerals in the bank. I mean, if he would have just kept producing units out of all these racks, it would have been a very, very easy... I shouldn't say very, very easy, but with any type of micro... it would have been a pretty easy stop, and he was doing decently at the start with those Vikings, and I think he just gave up. Just as soon as the battle started, he just kind of got overwhelmed, and he said, "GG."
Yeah, he was moving everything at once. He wasn't, coordinating his units at all. It was just kind of like an A move in and out of there, and the Vikings never really did get to focus down all 3 Colossus. I mean, if we go back real quick. Which would be faster if Blizzard implemented a decent forward and backward. Okay, so here we go. So, in this scenario, all that needs to happen, yes, the Protoss has a scary army, bigger food count in this. All that needs to happen is immediately the huge Viking count gets rid of all of these Colossus, and the rest of the army backs up into the base and gets themselves choke point because there's no force fields and charging them done. But as we see right here, he moves out all at the same time. He doesn't focus down. He's got 1 Viking attacking that. It gets picked off right away, and the rest of his units get pretty much demolished. And
I think what the problem is this is Diamond, right?
Yeah.
I think our expectations are too high.
Well, I think for Diamond, you'd probably be able to do that.
Well, I do as well, but there's different levels of Diamond. I mean, his micro there, he should have just have his Vikings on 1 hotkey. Which he
does actually,
which he does, which is great. So I mean, he could have just tap 4, control shifted, right click shift, or right click shift on each one of those Colossus to get rid of them, and then focused his entire micro on just stutter stepping these back, right? Because at the beginning of that battle, the charge wasn't finished, so he was going to be able to stutter step and melt Zealots like they were nothing, and then he could just stutter step all the way back into his base.
That gives himself a choke.
Yeah, there's no sentries here, right? So there's like he could force field this off and stop him, and then he'd have high ground. Colossus would be dead.
Blink.
There's no blink. There's no way that he's going to get up here, and with 1,800 minerals banked up, he most certainly could have done it. Right now, what we're doing is we're nitpicking. We're playing the shoulda, coulda, woulda game.
Well, we're just informing what could have happened.
Absolutely.
You know,
I think I'm just a little bit disappointed. I never root for Terrans to beat Protosses because I'm biased. I love Protoss, but here I really felt as though Terran had the upper hand. After, like you said, if Sephiroth would have went back after those and didn't lose 2 of the 3 of those Colossus, he would have been in really great shape, and I would have been rooting for him to win this game. But for him to kind of get really greedy, throw away a couple of units, and since he was going all in and he wasn't really reinforcing like he was going to all in at the time, I got to be honest, I was sort of rooting for Legend to win there. He definitely had the opportunity to do so, but I guess his micro level just wasn't there yet. And all Protoss has to do, especially with charge lots towards the end, is a move. And unfortunately,
to victory.
If you don't micro,
that happens.
That happens, you know. But
that happens.
It is what it is. It was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Good game. That was a great game.
I enjoyed it. There was some StarCraft that happened here.
There was quite a bit of StarCraft that happened here.
Big ups on both players. Thanks for sending in. This is the games that we like for normal normal games, guys. So go to lag.tv and what did you say? Send that shit in, bitch.
I said hit us up with your shit, bitch.
For show.
For show. You know.
So
what's good?
All right.
I'm white as fuck. Hit me up. Peace.
Shit. Think I clicked the wrong. Shit.